Actually, he said something in the beginning which Ritu I was going to ask you anyway. The humanity is very clear. Is this, you think, a message for, as he also ended, is this a message for today? Is this a book about today? It's a book about yesterday, but is it about today?
Yeah, very much so, because for me, I think it's one of the most political books I've read in a very, very long time. And it's political not only in the context of, talking about the manufactured divide or what the idea of India was. And I think that comes out very clearly in the mansions and in the growing up in the community. But also it links up the lynching of, in 93, I think you talked about the possible linking of that milk ban, which is there, the lynchings which are going on now, the issues of stopping at a grave to pay your respect without knowing the community of that grave. For me, that was something which is very, very essential. And the defining structure, and this is something I find will also appeal very, very much, not only to people like us who are, so-called, read a lot or theorize a lot, but also to a lot of young people. And the defining structure or the defining element of this book is really, I think, the poetry of the collective. That is something which comes out for me very, very strongly. So at one level, you have the hope component, but it's also like Sufism एक होता था ना हमारा, आपने भी बोला कि तू ही दर्द है और तू ही दवा है. So it's in the questions which you have raised where I find the answers. So it's not so much hope, despair for me as a reflection of a reality and a philosophical, poetic reflection of a reality. That is the...
But to think that it's all coming out, tumbled out from you in the pages of this one volume, surely there are many volumes possible, but the fact that you put it all in one means that many of these things have been inside you for years. Whether as romantic notions or warmth or human this, or there are troubling questions here, of course, but they've been with you for years. When you write about what you felt about standing in Vietnam, or about Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, or indeed about that old man who was on a cycle during the riots in 93. And I must tell you, when he's talking about memory and amnesia, we are all from this city. The fact of the matter is this city has forgotten 92-90. It has completely forgotten it. The anniversary, 25th anniversary came and went, and there was no recording of it. So, all that, is it the distillation of years of thought that is going back to what I had asked, but again I need to ask that. How did it happen?
It doesn't mean it's forgotten. This is a manufactured forgetfulness. And this is what my whole thing is about, is manufactured forgetfulness, so that we can go on to the next riot. We can do another regime change, we can invade another country, let's get involved with the tattoo on Virat Kohli's shoulder or Salman Khan's chest, Let's get engaged with that, or the mansion of an Ambani. What is the cost of it? Or a party thrown by somebody. We get engaged. And this is stuff that is being dished out, which keeps us occupied.
Right? But all great political movements or religious movements or artistic leaps have taken place in the womb of loneliness. So I think in that heart of loneliness, perhaps as you inch toward what is called the wisdom, middle life of wisdom, the wisdom years, this book flowered from you. And I think what it does make one point is that Saeed is the most relevant voice. It's not an old man lamenting about the time that was. He passionately engages with the stream of life and says, I will lead from the front and I will dare you. I will not walk there and I will change the course of where things are going. And I think that is what I applaud in Saeed, because he comes to your office, walks up and says, I want you there. He comes with this book. And when I open this book, what staggers me is his insight, his simplicity, and his passion, and his ability to hope. And I think we need to believe in that those who have made hopelessness into, the be-all and the end-all, need to understand that it's the brave who can hope. Because hope compels you to engage. Hopelessness is a submission. कि कुछ नहीं हो सकता हमसे, क्या है उसको ऊपर से decide हुआ, पिछले जन्म में किया है, the same narrative being dished out, you can't do it. Here you are through this book, and I had the privilege to meet this guy called Muntazar Al-Zaidi, whom you have mentioned. The guy in that fascinating discussion between the gangster and the journalist, and you come to that guy who we did a play called The Last Salute, where we called him because we based a play on his biography. And he came, he's an Iraqi young man, he came straight and he landed and he went to the Rajghat and he paid respect to Gandhi and kept on talking about Gandhi. And I asked him only one thing, I said, Muntazar, before you hurled that shoe, what happened? He says, I came to terms that they're going to kill me. They're going to execute me. But when I was sitting down there, I had my hand to travel from year to year. This journey from year to year, and to pick it up and hurl it, defined who I was, because there I was doing the job of voicing the anguish of the Iraqi people. And he said, I have never felt more powerful, because I felt that I was perhaps born for this. I think this book in a way does that. It does what Muntazar did. And those who feel that that book was, that the shoe throwing image was just a demonstration of some frustrated journalist, and in fact they turned it around and said, wow, look at the accommodated spirit of George W. Bush, and this is democracy. But I think that did succeed in amplifying what the world media failed to do.